In the book of Matthew, in the New Testament of the Bible, Jesus told, he told several parables. He told parables to make teaching points or to make points to his listeners, because I think that people tend to respond better to literature and to stories than they do to didactic teachings. I know I do. But anyway, this one parable is the parable of the sower and the seeds. He says that that the sower went out into his garden or his farm or wherever, and he sowed seeds, and some of them came up. Only a few of the seeds came up. He said that the birds ate some of the seeds. Some of it was planted in solid stone, and that isn't going to grow. Hard-hearted, hard ground. What he did not say is that, I'm going to tell you some of the rest of that story. He did not tell you that the birds didn't eat all the seeds. They carried some of the seeds to another place on the farm or in the garden, and they sowed them there. And that has happened with my sunflower seeds, and that's what's happened with these errant tomato plants that are just growing where they're not supposed to be growing, according to my plan. But God had another plan, and the birds had another plan. They moved those seeds, that my gorgeous sunflowers that I'm so proud of. I didn't plant those sunflowers. The birds, I put bird food in the bird feeder, and the birds dropped at least half the seed, and I had these gorgeous sunflowers because the birds did not eat all the seed. Some of it they carried somewhere else and planted it somewhere else. That's another part of the story that Jesus didn't tell. It didn't suit his needs at the time. He also didn't tell you that some of those sowers had grandmothers who are wives who plucked some of the flowers, some of the herbs, some of the different plants, and they clipped them and they dried them so that they could replant them the next year. That part is not told in that parable. He also didn't tell what would happen if you didn't water your garden. If you don't water it, it's not going to grow. He didn't tell you what's going to happen if the farmer had decided to try to grow his garden in a cave where there's no sunlight. Because some flowers can grow in partial shade. I don't know of anything except maybe moss that grows in a cave where there's no light. So it just occurred to me, that's something to write about today. Today I had a young man come help me. I've done most of my garden by myself, but I've decided, actually God sent me this young man to help me. It was just a miracle, really. I needed help. But so he helped me this morning, and I don't know that I'm going to get any painting done today. But it just occurred to me that I desperately needed to get out here and water. And I also need to get these seeds hung up in my closet. I need to do some things in my garden.